feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got it.
A gorgeous away day here in Utica, Wisconsin. My name's Gregory Becks, talking here for WSTO. We got ourselves some beautiful Thursday night baseball action between the Stoughton Merchants and the Utica A's. A game we have seen pretty frequently throughout the season here, whether it's a Sunday league game or Thursday night. Tonight happens to be the final Thursday night game here, shaking hands with each other. Should be ourselves a fun little game here. 7-inning baseball here on these Thursday night games. I guess before we get this game started, just a little bit about the field. I do appreciate a little bit of the cornfield kind of vibe in the background as well, too. If you hit a home run, you're going to really have to dig out to go find one of those baseballs. Pretty cool environment to be part of. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Field of Dreams over in Iowa. Pretty nice little area to see as well, too. Interesting to see the one dugout that's dug underground here. We got Stoughton Merchants sitting on some park benches, which is a little bit of a cool vibe as well, too. There's something a little bit different about having to be the away team and coming over and sitting in an environment a little bit more different from your home adversary. Something that I dealt with pretty commonly whenever I would play as well, too, but something that really wasn't too much of a bother. You just wanted to get the job done on an away day. Not too big of an away day, not a super far drive from Utica and Stoughton, both really close to one another. But regardless, should have ourselves here quite a fun ball game. Looks like we're going to have Jacob Sander pitching over on the mound as well, too. We should have ourselves quite a fun game. It looks like our starting up, we're going to be having Caleb Herbst being the first batter for the Stoughton Merchants. They're going to be starting up first. Not something common you see here on these WSTO broadcasts. First away day game for us. So you get to see our team, the Stoughton Merchants, be batting first. And just watching these first pitches, you can definitely tell Sander, he definitely does like to pitch straight. Obviously something you really want to focus on here. Obviously you throw, a lot of people really like to focus on throwing gas. Obviously throwing straight down the pipe is a nice little thing to do as well, too. But catcher has done his practice throw. We are going to get ourselves started on the way here of the top of the first inning. Final game of the Thursday night seasons as well, too. And as I mentioned just a little bit earlier, Caleb Herbst is going to be starting us off here in the top of the first inning. And says play ball. We'll start ourselves with this first pitch. Hit by pitch. Batter's going to be getting an easy, quick little run over the first base. Not the most ideal way to start off a baseball game, but it's the way it goes. But it looks like our next batter is going to be Brady Estervig. First pitch of the game, we already got ourselves a guy on base. A solid leadoff from Herbst at the moment. Called strike. Making it an 0-1 count. Here we go on the 0-1 pitch. Looking at a ball. It's going to be a 1-1 count. And a pretty fair lead over from Herbst as well, too. I don't think he's going to be stealing. Just getting himself prepared as well, too, for this base hit. Shot over to second baseman. It's going to be a quick out over at first. But still will advance Herbst over to second. Now we'll be batting up number 16. Or 18, my apologies. It's going to be Jason Brewer, outfielder. High ball. Catcher's going to take a timeout, just get some inside of the head. Nice quick little conversation with Sander. Should be a nice spark of conversation as well, too. Just calming the nerves down a little bit. Maybe even a little bit of strategy there, talking to his second baseman and shortstop a little bit about what happens if there's a pickoff, what happens in a situation for that, how to handle those situations. Looks behind. Here comes the pitch. Just called under. It's going to be a 2-0 count. It's definitely on the corner. You could tell it could have been a ball or a strike either way. A little bit of mind games as well, too, from Utica. But it's going to be swung on. 2-1 count. Definitely a hard swing there. Definitely would have been hit towards left center is what it looked like to be his plan. They do look pretty prepared for it, though, as well, too. It's going to be hit on over to the shortstop. And a nice play made over at first base. We got ourselves 2 outs now, top of the first. There's going to be a man on third base. We're going to be seeing ourselves number 13, Tyler Wilberg. Also the coach as well, too. As he has the entire season as well, too. Swinging lefty. Of course, lefty myself, excited to see. Here's the pitch. High ball 1. Up at the eyes as well, too, so pretty easy to see. Not a hard call over behind the plate. That one was a little bit low. Herbst thought about going, but he probably wouldn't have had a great opportunity as well, too. It was really good to see Sander get ready for the instance of that wild pitch to be running on over to first base, or if not first base, home plate to make the play. Takes a good look over at third base. Here's the pitch. Just barely a ball. Looks like it's going to be a 3-0 count. Looked very close from where I'm sitting. I feel like that could have even been a strike as well, too. We're playing thin margins here, though. Here's the pitch. Going to be a ball 4 as well, too. We now got runners on first and third. Quick little 4 pitches. 4 watching it go by. We got the catcher coming up next. Had to take off his catcher's equipment. It's going to be Alex Johnson. Slightly frustrating, but you do get yourself an opportunity to hit here in the top of the first. A runner in scoring position. Could make it 2 here if he decides to steal as well, too, Wilberg. Here's the first pitch. Ticked on foul. An interesting situation nonetheless as well, too. Trying not to get an early run allowed over here if you're Utica. And here's the pitch. Called strike. I had to think about it really quick as well, too. That's the margins that we're seeing here. But I don't blame him. That was a tough one to get a good call on. Runner's already going. Throws it as well over. Are they going to get him before? It looks like. That was thin margins. They did get the runner before Herbst was got at home. So it looks like it's still going to stay 0-0. That was a very interesting position as well, too. If Wilbur could have stayed on just a little bit more as well, would have been a very, very good first run to score as well, too. A little bit of a sacrifice steal, but unsuccessful in his efforts nonetheless. You tell from Wilbur just a little bit of frustration regarding all that. He feels like he wasn't tagged before home had been reached, so he thought it should have been a 1-0 ball game here. it was pretty thin margins. It was tough for me to see on my end as well too, so I can't give you a great analysis play on what looked close or not. But nonetheless, that was a really tough one to make a good call on as well. It was very interesting to see Wilberg run before the pitch had even been thrown as well too, trying to get a runner in scoring position or, again, sacrifice himself, so there could have been a position where Herbst scores that run and makes it a 1-0 ball game. Nonetheless, we move on. Stoughton going to be on the mound too. The best part about being these Thursday games, we do get some young talent that pops up over here as well too, so it is quite nice to see. And now we can get some warm-up pitches as well too. Really tough if you're in Johnson's position as well too. Up to bat, and he's going to have to go again as well too, I just realized, because there wasn't a position where he even got an opportunity to swing. But it looks like our pitcher today is going to be Alex Bailey, number 5, getting some warm-up pitches over on the mound as well too. And these two teams, of course, as well, in a position where they're not going to be competing in the playoffs over for Home Talent League. But still nice to get one last little Thursday game in. Get a really nice game over here at this wonderful Utica baseball field. Nice to get a little bit of practice before the next season as well, too. And it's always just fun to play some baseball, even if you're doesn't really mean anything anymore, these Thursday night games. Nice to get some development talent in as well, too. Get a little bit of a view on what these players are made of, especially because they could be the futures of the next season as well, too, while still having your stars that you have in normal vein. There's still plenty more opportunities if you are a fan as well to pay attention to a little bit more of those games. Check local listings as far. WSTO, we won't be really doing any of those games as well, unfortunately, but it's always nice to keep an eye on it as well, too. We're going to get started here in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be number 2, Carson Knapp. We're about to get ourselves started as well over here, too. Bottom of the first inning. Here we go. First pitch almost was hit by pitch as well, too. Would have been quite bizarre to see the inning start off with 2 hit by pitches for both sides. 2 pitches, so now we've got ourselves a 2-0 ball count. He almost made me eat my words. It would have been first batter situation, but hopefully not. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hit. 3-0 count. I can definitely tell that Bailey needs to just bring it in just a little bit more. He's pitching a little bit inside right now. All 4 pitches were inside. I think if it would be nice for him to just move over at least 1 step on the mound, I think it would make him a little bit easier to handle those pitches, but 4 pitches on. And 4 looked at by the catcher. Coming up next, it'll be number 31, Connor Kalinowski. Runner in first base. Not a big lead off from him. Running going anyways. It was going to be a hit and run. Foul ball ticked off. Gets you on your toes a little bit more if you're in that Stoughton infield. Does get in your little bit and bit in your head if you're Bailey as well. You're going to be a little bit more aware of what's going on at first base despite that lack of lead. Fouled off, 0-2 count. And the last matchup between these two teams played here on this exact same stadium just a couple weeks ago. It was a 2-1 loss for the Merchants as the runners go in. And that's hit on. Is it going to be fair? It looks like no, foul ball. But a 2-1 game that was still pretty exciting, played over here at Utica Field as well. And then, of course, the 14-13 thriller. You might recognize my voice from that one. Quite an exciting game that we had on that Saturday afternoon. Around Memorial Day period as well. Back in late May. As Bailey takes a quick look back, making sure there isn't going to be any kind of hit and run stealing situation. It's kind of getting into his head, 1-2 count. Composure just has to be a little bit more there. The 1-2. Swung on over to Wilberg, but I think it's a foul ball. Just barely had come off as it had reached Wilberg's glove. Takes another good look over at first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be over to Wilberg again. Foul ball. The grass hit it out. And been just creeping that grass to sand line. And had a nice little wicked bounce to hit back over to foul. So we fight to see another day. If you're Connor. Quite a battle that we got between these two right now. The sixth pitch of the at-bat. There's a swung on again, foul towards the Cars. Actually hit a tree instead, saved the Cars a little bit. I think we're actually now towards our eighth pitch of this at-bat. Quite a battle. And swung on again. Is that going to be foul one more time? It will. What you do like to see about this as well, too, is he's hitting everywhere. He's hitting it foul left, foul right. It's all about timing between these two. But here's the pitch. Any runners going. Foul ball. Quite a battle. If you're a baseball fan, even if you aren't, you can't deny this is quite the battle between the two. It's got everybody real excited here at the field. Runner's not going, though. Ball, it's behind. He's going to run to second base and be safe over there. 2-2 count. Is this the 11th or 12th pitch in this single at bat? That's got to be a lot of wearing and tearing throughout the rest of the game as well, too. Quite an impressive battle we're witnessing here. And with the 2-2 count, runner on second base now. Still no outs. Swung on, strikeout. What a battle that was. Ends with Bailey getting the victory between that one. Be pretty nice if we saw that battle again. Coming up next, number 34, Ben Hildebrandt. Oh, he thought about swinging for a second, but that was in the dirt. 1-0 count. Got ourselves the one out as well, too. Swung on as well, too. Over to the second baseman. It's going to be out number 2, but a runner on third base. He's still advanced on that play. As we get number 24, Max Gartsky, coming up. and see what he can do. Can he get them their first run of the game here in this bottom of the first inning? The pitch from Bailey. Thought about swinging. Did he go? He did. Strike one. It's definitely nice inside. Could have been a really good opportunity for a nice left center hit. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Going to be swung on over to third base. Hitting it on over. Wilbur makes the easy catch over. We still got ourselves a 0-0 ball game at the end of one. Heading up into the top of the second. We're going to see Alex Johnson coming right back up as well, too, getting a nice little opportunity to hit as well. Pretty exciting inning we just witnessed there as well, too. An absolute battle between Alex Bailey and Connor Kalinowski. It had to have been 12, 13 pitches between one another. Not something you see every single day. Utica, we got ourselves tractor coming by in between innings. Pretty big wheel, I will not lie. Should have also mentioned with this field, we are right by a highway. So you might hear a couple things like that throughout this game. Don't worry. Just everybody getting by, having their rest of their day. Meanwhile, we here on this Thursday night enjoying some nice baseball. Last opportunity for a while to really enjoy this good weather and a good ball game between these two teams. And we'll always treasure the moments we get those as well, too. Not the greatest throw from the catcher as well, too. But a little crow hop could still make a play if you're a second baseman shortstop. But leading off the inning, we will have Alex Johnson, the catcher, coming on up. We'll see what Jacob Sander can do this inning as well, too. Top of the second. Here's the first pitch. Called strike. Looked a little in for me, but the right call nonetheless. It was definitely on that paint corner. Oh, and a hit by batter starting the inning again, how he did that first inning. Took him 2 pitches to do it this time compared to the one at least. Coming up next, we will have number 11. That's Ed Jelinski. Runner on first base. Ball low, it looks like. Oh, hesitated a little bit to go. Can he be safe? Yes. Didn't even need to slide as well, too. Johnson did hesitate a little bit there. He did not know how the catcher would handle that positioning as well, too. Nonetheless, we got a runner in scoring position with no outs, 1-0 count. Healthy lead as well, too. Ball in the dirt again. What can you do here? 2-0 count. Swung on, strike one. 2-1 count. And swung on into the field. goes into center field. But again, Johnson was a little confused as far as what was happening there. Shortstop almost made a great play on that, so he had to decide whether he was going to go. So there really wasn't an opportunity for him to score in that position. But now you got runners on first and third. We have a number 22, Ethan Peterson, batting it on up. Good opportunity for him to get a couple runs. The big question for me is Big Ed going to be making the steal to get 2 runners in that scoring position? Or do we got a hit and run situation? Pretended he was going, but a good strike one. Sanders not even worried. Ball in the dirt as well, too. Now batting up as well, too, number 8, Carson Hansen. Looks like it was not Ethan Peterson. That's on me. But he swings on. Double play opportunity here. Gets 1. Gets 2, but a run still scores as well. Not an awful position to allow a run or to get a run on that play. Still not the greatest, though, to get a double play on your at-bat. I guess that counts as a sacrifice. Had to get 2 outs to score 1, but we got ourselves a 1-0 ball game. Stoughton, the first team to make a play. But now we have Ethan Peterson ready to make an at-bat. And a called strike. I think this will be very good for the pitcher as well, too. Now have a position where you can start from the windup as well, too. Still throwing a little inside, but getting the good swings on as well, too. I feel like Peterson very anxious to get himself a hit here, too. A lot of good practice if you're Jacob. And it's swung on the third base line. Going to be a foul ball. Just hit off of the tip of the bat as well, too. You can tell he only got a little bit of a piece of it. Wasn't the most ideal contact he had made on that play. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike 3. We end the inning off of that. But Stoughton does get their first run of the inning as well, too. We got ourselves a 1-0 ball game heading into the middle of the second. And don't forget as well, if you are here this weekend, Utica Fest happening in the wonderful town of Utica. If you wanted to come on, join on over. Be at this exact same location here. A couple other areas as well, too. Seems like they're definitely preparing a lot of porta potties, a lot of park and region. Getting prepared to have themselves quite an exciting weekend here in the early August. And other events to do as well, too. If you aren't able to find those, there is CrossFit Games in town. Looks like it's going to be their last year doing that over here in this wonderful city of Madison, Dane County region. Not a bad event to go check out itself as well, too. Looks like it should be pretty solid weather as well, too. Tomorrow, about 86. Saturday, a little cloudy, but should be 83. Sunday, we might be the only day you get a little bit of rain. Looks like a 60% chance, but still 81 degrees, so quite a pleasant day as well, too. Should be a decent weekend to get out and do a couple fun things in the area. But we get ourselves started over here. Next coming up to bat, number 15, Tyler Sula. It looks like it's going to be a pop-up. And communication made between the team. They're going to get that pop-out to start the inning. Good communication between the two as well, too. Really tough to catch that. They're not right in the sun, but it still wasn't an easy play to make with the ball sky high. Because the sun's on the opposite side of him, but still very difficult play to make. But we got, nonetheless, Ethan Yan coming up. Swung on. Second baseman misses the play, so it goes out into the outfield, but a good effort for him as well. So Ethan Yan getting himself a base hit. He's now at first. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Looks like we're going to be having number 3, Alec Tomczyk. And then the last time I saw him, had himself quite a good game as well, too. First pitch, ball high. A good opportunity to get a runner in scoring position or do a little bit more for yourself as well, too. What's he going to do? Ball outside, 2-0 count. Bailey definitely focused on the runner a little bit, but he's also focused here. Definitely could get himself a little bit more into the zone here with this batter because you don't want to have 2 on base just from focusing on the one moving over to second. We got ourselves a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Basically down the pipe as well, too. On a 3-0, you definitely got to try and at least get yourself a strike. Prime position here for a batter. 3-1 count. He's going to swing on. He will not. Good eye to make it onto first base. It was definitely a good pitch as well, too. And now coming up, number 17, Saxton Schoen. Runners on first and second. We got ourselves just 1 out here in that bottom of the second. Called strike. Beautiful pitch as well. And here's the second pitch. Swung on in between. Gonna get through. Will they be running towards home? It looks like he will be. The throw is just off. It looks like it's gonna be a run scored for Utica as well, too. Right field tried to make quite the play. I think right fielder at the moment right now is Caleb Herbst. Tried to make a good throw over as well to the outside of the catcher. So a really good opportunity to score from home. And it just allows the other 2 runners to advance as well, too. So we got runners in scoring position. Ducks on the pond. In a good position if you're Jacob Sander. To help himself a little bit out, getting the W on that pitching aspect today. Just barely outside as well, too. What can Alex Bailey do here? Good strike. 1-1 count. Painting the corners on the outside. Tough one to swing at as well, too, because I could have gone either way, but it definitely was a good pitch. And swung on that one. Foul ball. Could be a 1-2 count. Good opportunity to throw some off speed if you are Alex Bailey. Does he do that? He does. But it is low. He tried to get him to swing at that as well, too. Had that opportunity. A little bit of wiggle room with that 1-2 count. Didn't count. Foul tick. Can we see ourselves another battle here as well, too? Pitcher versus pitcher duel. Here comes the pitch from Bailey, though. 3-2 count. We got ourselves a full count between pitches. Where will it go from here? Do we have ourselves a hit? Do we have ourselves bases loaded? Or we get another strikeout, second of the evening? It's going to be a ball 4. We now have bases loaded for the last batter of the Utica A's in the lineup. It'll be Jason Haugen. Of course, Johnson calls timeout. Nice little conversation of what to do in these positions. Wilberg also giving a quick little pep talk to both of them. Not the easiest position to be in if you're Alex Bailey.
I think I have some in my purse. Hold on. One more spot to look.
I don't know if it's more strategy based or just calming down Alex Bailey. Maybe some rule clarification with the umpire, or the umpire just coming over to end this conversation quick. A little bit of enjoyment between the fans. Not super far away from one another, Utica and Stoughton, so a good opportunity for people to still meet up, friends and family all alike. Great environment on a Thursday night here. Swung on. It's going to be into left field. Takes a nice bounce, so it's going to be scored on a run. Got ourselves a 2-1 Utica game here in the bottom of the second. It was a great hit from Jason Haugen as well, too. So we get right back to the top of the order, Carson Knapp. What can we do here? It's going to be swung on again. Good opportunity for a double play. No, he can't. And the throw is not in time. 3-1 game. Good opportunity from Knapp. He's definitely got some speed on those plays as well, too, to beat out that throw. It did take a while to get that throw off, but nonetheless, Knapp still with a good speed to get that. And the bleeding happens just a little bit more. I feel like that's been a really common occurrence for Stoughton here. As a foul ball and a rematch between Kalinowski and Alex Bailey. But it feels like throughout the season that was just a big thing for them. Just one inning ends up being real bad of an opportunity for them. And they really have to battle back the rest of the game as it's swung on into left field. We're going to have a tag up at third. He's going. Will he be safe? Yes, he will. Sacrifice fly makes it a 4-1 game with 2 outs here. Heading right back over. Be number 34, Ben Hildebrandt. The runner in scoring position and also at first base as well, too. It's going to be swung on into center field. Can he make the play? He can. And the bleeding has stopped there. 4-1. Bottom of the second inning ending now. So we'll be heading up to the top of the third. A 4-1 game for the Utica A's. But from what I've seen from Stoughton, they are well known for battling back when they do get down. It was a pretty difficult Sunday League year for them. Started the season off real hot with a 3-0 record. And then dealt with 2 losses in a row to Fort Atkinson and Evansville. Fort Atkinson was just not their game, but nonetheless, getting some wins against Waterloo and Lake Mills out would be having their number whenever they would lose on the road. Because they would do very good at home. But whenever they just were on the road, it was definitely very difficult for them to find. but definitely meant all of these losing spells that they had. I think their final record was 6-8, losing their last 3 games as well too. 6 of the last 7 as well. Really heartbreaking way to end the season. Looks like they had some good battles against Cambridge, 11-14. Lost against McFarland as well too. Just a lot of one-run games as well too against Albion, Jefferson, and Utica. That really just had them struggling to make an opportunity to make that playoff game. Obviously, those could have ended significantly more different. We could be seeing them on playoff action here this upcoming weekend. But still a very solid year for them as well, too. Rumi coming on up, number 25, Ethan Seamer, my apologies. Oh, 1 count. Swung on in between first and second. First baseman's going to make the play with the pitcher coming on over. Back to the top of the order, we are going to have Caleb Herbst. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. Will that be replicated again? Tried bunting the ball a little high up as well, too. This is Meany tries bunting again. Seems like he does have the speed to be able to get on base as well, too. So getting it onto that third base corner definitely could give him an opportunity to get himself a base hit here. Oh, 2 count. Looks like he was not swinging, but still an opportunity for him to get on base still with a good base hit. Didn't seem like he was going to be bunting after that as well, too, considering he let it watch by. But here's that 0-2 count. Hit again. Unlucky. It's now 2 times up. Has now been hit twice. We can still get Brady Estervig here. Similar position he had from last inning. Now only 1 runner on first base. This time 1 out compared to the none. Ball outside. Going to be a 1-0 count. Tick foul, but still caught by the catcher and makes it a strike. 1-1 count, 1 out here. Runner was going good, hit out into center field, gonna go right to the center baseman, but has to run back. Can they get the double play? No. Great contact on it by Estervig. But hit right to the center fielder. They were prepared for that situation as well, too. 2 outs in the inning as well, too. Going to be seeing Jason Brewer back up on the 3rd count. Two outs. Called strike. A little out high up, but painted the corner to make that perfect. Right at his chest. Almost hit again, too. Up at his head. Good opportunity to duck. Swung on as well, too. Pitch a little low, but had a good opportunity to make a good hit on that play. Nice little right center field would have been a good play to hit right now. Just get it right above the shortstop, and you're in a good position to get a double even. It hits it foul. A little bit of a battle we got now ourselves. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. What can Jason Sander do here? Or Jacob Sander? Called, swung on, strike, Well, we got one on from a hit by pitch. Middle of the third. It is still a 4-1 game for the Utica A's. About to get started here. Bottom of the third. 4-1 ball game. Going to be seeing number 24 come on. Max Gartsky. So we get started here on the bottom of the third. Bailey still on the mound. Swung on right to him. Easy play for him to make over to Wilberg. So we now have one out here, bottom of the third. Quick first pitch, first hit. A little scary to have those come back to you as well, too, but very quick reactions from him. Cool, calm, collected. As next we have Tyler Sula, or Sewell. And that first pitch, a little off speed inside. 1-0 count. I'm having a quick little conversation. Might be a little bit of a rule clarification. Don't know if he's tipping pitches or not, or if it's just a conversation of anything that could result in a balk. Obviously, there's nobody on base, but still good training moment. Because he is also not going from the windup at the moment right now, it looks like. It's like he's just going from the stretch. But a 1-0 count. Called strike. One count. Bailey the pitch. Beautiful pitch. Swung on. 1-2 count. A good dip on the off speed. It looked like it was a good opportunity for Sula to hit. But still an amazing pitch to get that low too. Would have been a strike even if he didn't swing. Bailey the 1-2. Off speed again. Hit straight onto the shortstop. Makes a wonderful play. 2 outs here in the inning now. As Ethan Yan coming back up to hit. Two outs here. First pitch swung on. Looks like it's going to be foul. Made some great contact on it, though. Can't really see where it went exactly. I think it went out to a car over nearby, sitting outside the baseball field line. Third base coach picks that up real quick. But an 0-1 count. Swung on again, same situation. Third base coach definitely moving a little bit now. Showing off his athleticism. 0-2 count. Swung on. Third strike to end the inning. Still a 4-1 ball game. Bailey definitely with a bounce back inning from that. Clinical pitching in that inning. But nobody up on the bases. Means we're about to enter ourselves into the top of the fourth. A quick little team talk in between that inning. Just getting the head in the right place. Good inning to battle back as well, too. Game feels like it's moving by real quick. Top of the fourth inning already. Utica kind of found themselves in the same position. Very inconsistent throughout the season as well, too. Not an opportunity for them to really make it into playoffs as well, too. And on these Thursday games, it sounds like both teams 2-5 record. But these games are more about having fun and finding development and getting team tactics in than really focusing on getting wins and losses. Still fun on a Thursday night to go out and play some good baseball. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be swung on. Is it going to bounce? It does. Good little bloop single into center field. So we started off the inning. Tyler Wilbur getting himself a real good hit there. And the catcher now, Alex Johnson, coming up with no outs. Swung on. Did he swing at that one? Ump says no, but it was definitely very close. Johnson wanted to get an opportunity of that. A little piece of that pie. Swung on foul. Hit right by the porta potties nearby. Tree caught a lot of the impact, though. Just like that, a 1-1 count. No outs. Runner on first base here in the top of the fourth. Ball outside kind of leaves the catcher. Not enough of a movement away from the catcher that it would warrant Wilberg moving over to second base. 2-1 count. Ball outside. Looked like Johnson wanted to swing again a little bit too. Hesitate. But the 3-1 count, perfect for him as a hitter. And he watches the pitch go by to make it a full count. That looked like something I would have wanted to really swing at, so I'm a little surprised that he kind of watched it go by. But the full count here, swung on, strike three. Did they get the double play? And it's over the first baseman. Wilberg's going to make an easy, quick little advancement to second base. He kind of got caught in no man's land. Catcher tried to throw him out over at first, and it was missed by the first baseman. A little thrown too high, though. So a nice little advancement. We got a runner in scoring position. with 1 out. Coming up here, number 11, Ed Jelinski. Swung on again. Is that enough to be fair? Foul ball. What can Jelinski do here with a runner in scoring position? You got to eat back at that scoreline as well, too. Last game of the season would always be nice to come out with a W there, especially on the road. Swung off foul, but can they make the play between the two catchers? Lost in the sun. Difficult play for him to make as well, too. But Jelinski lives to fight another day with that 0-2 count now. Take that now as a blessing and make a good opportunity out of it for sure. A little bit of a miscue, but I don't blame him with this sun as well, too. Directly into his eyes. Couldn't make a good opportunity on that play. Would have been very impressive to make that catch. The swung off foul hits the back plate. The 0-2 count. Right over to shortstop. Is he going to make a good play there? Oh, outside. And advance to third as well, too. Can't move from first base, though. I think that will go down as an error on the shortstop. Because if he makes that right throw, it's easily an out. Now you got runners on first and third on the corners. We're going to see Carson Hansen come up as well, too. Umps had a quick little conversation. I don't know if they were going to be talking about Wilberg moving to third, but it seemed like all was well from him. Even then, that would have probably been an out of play, but it seems like Wilberg is walking back. It seems like they might have considered a runner's interference. It looks like they did now with the 2 outs as well, too. So I think they were conversing about him being in the way of the shortstop to make himself a good play. Automatically deemed out. Can the shortstop make a good play from here? He gets it right to second base as well, too. Off the hit from Carson Hansen. But that'll end the inning, which seemed like a very promising position in the inning with only 1 out. And what could have been runners on the corners turns out being a shortstop interference by Wilberg. 2 outs and immediate swung on to get out at second base. So a little tough situation. We're still in a 4-1 game here in the middle of the 4th. Wilberg trying to get a little bit more clarification regarding it all. It looks like he is talking to the umpires. Maybe might have been fighting for his case. Doesn't matter now. Batting innings over. And obviously for us here at WSTO, baseball season is coming to an end for us, but we're happy to let everybody know this is only the beginning for us. A lot more broadcasts coming next year as well, too. All of you baseball fans, I've still got a lot more time to watch any of the majors or minor league games. Time to get that inside. So you can still get your daily fix of baseball, but happy to announce that next year we will continue to be doing a bit of these games as well, too. So you can look forward to that here on WSTO. You can find us here on TDS HD channels 12 and 20. Going on Spectrum channels 980 and 981. Get us on Google Play, Apple Store, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Roku. If you also want, find us on any of our pages, WSTO TV. Some of you probably watching here on YouTube. We do appreciate that as well, too. You can find us on Facebook and now X, formerly Twitter. You You can always find us WSTO.tv as well, too. Bottom of the fourth, getting us off here started. Still keeping Bailey on the mound. Low ball. For Alec Tomczak coming up under the bat. 1-0 count. Swung on over to second base. Makes a great play to keep it in between him. And a great throw over to Wilberg over at first base. With 1 out in the inning, we got Saxton shown. Still a 4-1 lead for them. Sitting pretty comfortable, just trying to add to the lead. With that 1-0 count, looked pretty good on my end. I'm sitting a little left center to where the ump in the batter's box is as well, too. So it does make it a little difficult to see on those outside right plays as that ball is swung on deep into left center field. Center field makes a great play to get under that. It's also one of those fields where you can tell foul poles pretty far from the home plate as well, too. So it's really hard to go yard on one of these stadiums, one of these fields. A great hit can always feel like you're just smacking it right over to one of the fielders. This is definitely one of those fields where you'd want to hit kind of inside of the outfield. Definitely in between center field and the infielders, or go on the corners as well, too. Called strike here for Jacob Sander. But still, nonetheless, a really good aesthetic with all of these cornfields. A little bit of some big old pine trees over in the center field. 1-1 count. A little bit of houses out in the barns over on the outside as well, too, if you look far enough as well. Really nice field for sure. Very roomy, very spacey. Nice little home community feeling, which is really what Utica is to begin with, all these small towns in our league. Really makes you feel like home here at these home talent leagues. 2-1 count with 2 outs. Almost hits Sander. That 3-1 count now. Good position if you're Jacob. And gets hit instead. Not a great position now. That hurts. Didn't look like it had a whole lot of pep on the throw, but still. Never pleasant to get hit, especially when you're the pitcher. Good thing he had an elbow wrap on, though. Little elbow guard protector. Jason Haugen got himself a run earlier last at bat. Swung on the first pitch, too, so let's see if he does that again as well, too, if he gets an opportunity. And now a runner on first base as well. Runner's going. Good throw from catcher, but not in time. It's going to be a stolen base for Jacob Sander. One-zero count. Swung on, hits to the second baseman. Runner's going to advance over to third, but it will be that third out into the inning. The only play that mattered on that. So now at the end of 4, runner stranded over at third. Moving to third at that point. Still got ourselves a 4-1 ball game. 3 more innings of hitting for the Merchants as well, too. Plenty of opportunity to score some runs as well. Just a little bit more plug-in for WSTO. There's a lot more that goes into this than just baseball. Obviously, a lot of village events that are going around. You can always check out a lot of really nice events that are happening inside the area. Just check local listings all the time to make sure you can find out what exactly is going on. Still more sporting events that they can get down as well, too. You definitely don't want to miss anything. Keeping an eye, whether it's board meetings, school concerts, or any high school, middle school outings as far as sporting goes. don't hesitate to check out the channel as well, too. Looks like a new pitcher alert. Is it going to be Haugen? Can't really tell what number is behind him. It looks like a new pitcher that they did not give me a name of. I think he's number 6. Lefty pitcher. Yeah, he's definitely number 6, but they did not give me a name, so we will do our best to give him the respect that he deserves. Round of for Sander. 4 innings pitched, only 1 earned run. Couple Ks in there as well, too. Bunt shown. A little bit of a high one. Makes a beautiful catch. Unbelievable. Number 15. Also for Tyler Sewell. Just a little bloop bunter. He saw that coming right away. Made a beautiful play to make that catch. Just incredibly unlucky if you're Ethan Peterson. Frustrated to not get that bunt down onto the ground, getting a little bit of a blooper up. But now we got Ethan Seamer coming up as well, too. Heard a little bit from the Merchants bench. His hope is to go yard here. Parents proud. What can he do here? He definitely is swinging to go yard. 0-1 count. And both pitcher and batter not wasting any time. Ball high, but he's not even leaving the batter's box. Pitcher's just trying to keep a solid flow. Almost thinks there's a pitcher's clock. There is no pitcher's clock here. But he's still moving within 10 seconds of these pitches. They both want to get this done as quick as they can. Good opportunity as there's a foul ball. Did a 1-2 count. Already has the ball back. Ready to go again. Already got himself positioned. Here's the windup 1-2 count. Ball low. In my positions, I want to take the time to slow down a bit, but I understand. Get yourself into a flow state, a rhythm. Just every ball just keeps hitting the same spot. You're in a good position. You kind of want to move a little quick. But a 3-2 count here, you might want to take a breather for this one. I don't know if the flow state is the exact player at the moment right now. He has taken a little bit time off compared to what he's doing, but still moving pretty quick. It's swung on, foul ball it's going to be. Now we're in for a little bit of a battle here. What can Seamer do here? Gonna have a good eye, gets onto first base with the full count. Ball 4 walk. Definitely a good position for lefty 6. He definitely likes to move pretty quick here, though. Let's right back up to the top of the order. Caleb Herbst, 3rd time batting here. Just guaranteed with 7 innings of action, but nice to get it here in the top of the 5th. What can 6 do here? Called strike on the outside, painted that corner. You have to think that Seamer is not going to be going here as far as any steals. He's definitely not, but what a beautiful off-speed right down Broadway. If I'm Herbst, I want to swing at that one. You could hit that one pretty far. But he doesn't. 1-2 count. Ooh, just outside. It felt like that was the same spot that he had pitched that first pitch on. Ump was hesitant to call that one there, though. We got ourselves a 2-2 count. What can lefty 6 do here? Swung on to the second baseman. Can he make a double play on it? He can't. It makes a great play Calls it out. Definitely was very close. Some of the away supporters, fair bit of away supporters here as well too, disagree with the play, but a beautiful effort from Herbst as well too. It definitely took a while for the second baseman to make the play on that as well. But they also do have a runner over at second base, so that's a good opportunity for them. Still going to be Estervig coming up. Ball low. They definitely need a run here. What can he do to help out with the team? The pitch. Perfect ball to hit. Hits it foul, unfortunately. Doesn't get the best of contact on it. Kind of caught it a little bit early, getting it over to that right side. A correction, a little bit late. Ooh, he wanted to swing regardless. It was a strike. Estervig definitely needs to take a good hit on here, too. Crowd is amping him up to get a good play here. 1-2 count. Fouled off. Still lives to fight another day. These off-speed pitches are definitely a little high. High for my liking. If I'm a pitcher, you would definitely want to absolutely rake those. Batter takes time out. I think it was actually the pitcher who took time out there. A lot of tension here. There's a lot of excitement of what he can do here. Swung on strike 3, though. Another runner left in scoring position as well, too. Seems like a very common theme at the moment for the Merchants. Not a great position to be in the middle of the 5th, a 1-4 ball game. Having to allow runners in scoring position, not finishing the job. Oh, what's up? Back here, bottom of the 5th. Almost a hit by pitch to start the inning. Seems like a very, very common theme. We're now starting to see Utica put in a couple of batters. Carson Knapp still coming up, though. Called strike, 1-1 count. I feel like in this game, especially when your last game of the season, it's definitely not bad to get some younger faces getting some good playing opportunity as well, too, as that ball is swung on. Gonna get past shortstop into the left field area. Now have ourselves a runner on. with a runner on first now here, no outs. And the steal coming, not in time. Looks like the ball gets passed and the runner is going to advance to third base. Are they going to throw to there too? And that goes over as well too. 2 costly errors lead to a run. 3 stolen bases off of that play, 2 of them based off of errors. Makes it a 1-5 ball game. That's heartbreaking if you're Merchants. Got some bullpen action coming on over here in the sideline as well. Ethan Seamer. I don't know if it's necessarily action regarding. All good, brother. Little banter here as the ball gets swung on. Foul ball. Just barely. I don't know if Seamer's warming up to be bullpen or to get in his pitching or just to keep the cannon loose. And swung on. Looks like it was a third strike. Dropped by the catcher. Advances to first base. Heartbreaking. Nonetheless, Ben Hildebrandt up at bat. Another runner on base. Can make this a 1-6 game. The pickoff, safe called. Trying to swing the umpire a little bit over here on the away end. Very great turnout here as well, too. Swung on foul. Comes right back, hit the pole. Or the net, pardon. That's the one part that actually has a net. I'm right behind it, so I was not prepared for that net to be there. I'm kind of right where, like if a foul ball came right at me, it would miss that net. So I was a little nervous there, but glad the net's there regardless. Swung on deep into left center field. That's going to get down for what looks to be a double, and an error in the center field as well, too, is going to allow another run to score. A 6-1 ball game for the Utica A's. Nonetheless, a great double for Hildebrandt as we got Max Gartsky coming back on up. Runner in scoring position again. It looks like they're changing pitchers now. 4 innings pitched as well. Really frustrating. Now we're going to see Ethan Seamer coming on. But a difficult opportunity for the Merchants. Not a way you want to have the season go at the end. There's still 2 more innings for hitting as well, too. Hopefully they can get out of this slump right now with the runner on second. Right off rip, you can definitely tell Seamer likes to throw a little bit fast. First pitch, though, you can't really tell. Oh, thank you, man. Well, Stoughton fans nice enough to give me a chair. I think it was Seamer's father who gave me a chair as well, too. Saw him throwing with him earlier. But now we're just lounging on this final day, Thursday night baseball. Was sitting crisscross applesauce on the grass. Still a great feeling to have as well. But I will never turn down a free chair as well, too. This might make me a bit more biased towards the Seamer family as well, too, commentating for him. It's catcher's fault. still a good inning of play. There's still a golden opportunity here, even though there's no outs to right the wrongs of the inning. There's still 2 more innings of hitting as well, too, that they can make some good plays. It just takes 1 inning. We've definitely seen the Merchants do that in the past as well, too. They get 1 good inning, plenty of runs in. Going back over here, Gartsky, runner in scoring position for him. What can Ethan do here? Swung on. Looks like it's going to be a pop-up. Can the catcher make that opportunity? It cannot. It comes over right by the broadcast. Kids sprinting over to get the ball. I think a mother got it. But there is no feeling better being a spectator and being able to get that foul ball. We all live for it when we're at Miller Park or AmFam Field now as there's a ball deep into the midfield. It looks like he's going to be out at first base. So but we all look at AmFam Field or Miller Park at our seats whenever we go, or whatever baseball field we go to in general, to see what the angle would be for us to get a ball or anything like that. Definitely fun when you're a little kid to catch those, regardless of the game that you're at, local or professional. But here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Going to be number 15, Tyler Sewell. Made a great foul ball catch earlier in this game as well, too. Beautiful effort from him. Looks like there's going to be another ball high, though. 2-0 count. What can Seymour do here? Ball low. It looked a little close, though. That's definitely something that you catch a lot of people swinging on as well, too, especially if it's a 1-2 count. But we got ourselves a 3-0 count nonetheless. Called strike. Beautiful pitch, a little bit in the inside. One you can watch by as a 3-0 count. Just outside. From my angle, looked pretty good, but they call it a ball 4. We now got a runner on first and third. 1 out in the inning. We're going to get number 18 coming up, Ethan Yan. We have a couple donations coming around, too. Hopefully we get a couple more for Utica, helping them maintain this beautiful field. Utica Fest coming up as well, too. Always nice to get some funds. It's a called strike. We got a lot going on over here as well, too. A lot of good hot dog. I know some of our WSTO members got to enjoy a hot dog. Hopefully they'll give us a good review for that later on of how that was. A lot of good drinks as well to go all around. Always nice to support local baseball, home or away. And called strike as well, too. It's really nice to also see all these away supporters really working to help out Utica as well, too. It seems to be a symbiotic bond. Because when we were at the Utica game, there was a lot of fans on their end that were helping out with that Stoughton Merchants 50-50 raffle. Swung on. Going to be foul ball on the left field side. An 0-2 count nonetheless for Ethan Yan. You can always check out the catalog for any Stoughton Merchants game that happened this past year as well, too. This is probably the 7th one that we've been able to do as well, too. So support the team. Check out a bunch of the old past games as well. Support WSTO while you're at it as well, too, with a called ball outside. Seymour, the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, another battle. It's definitely a great pitch. Swinging on it late as well, too, you can tell. What can Ethan do here as well, too? Still runners in the position to score. Hit by pitch. We now will have the bases loaded. Utica getting a little bit rowdy as well, too. They're in an exciting position as well, too, to score a couple runs here. No better way than to have Alec Tomczyk coming around. Called ball. Appreciate everybody watching live today as well, too. The team wanted to make me have a quick hi to James Weingarten. He is watching live. Thanks for watching the broadcast as well, too. And supporting WSTO, supporting Spencer, all the boys who are performing over here, too. Called ball. Wanted to give a quick shout-out as well, to the WSTO camera crew. Putting in good effort to give you guys the best shots and switches possible to get you some beautiful action here on this wonderful Thursday night. As that swung on deep into right field. Can they make the play? They can. Runner advancing to home. Can they make the play? No, they can't. Now runner advancing to third as well. Make it a 7-1 ball game with 2 outs. Runner on first and third. Wonderful sac fly from Tomczyk. Is going to bring back Saxton Schoen. Can Stoughton get out of this inning, allowing less runs? It's always those one innings that really get to them as well, too. It's not a consistent allowing 1 or 2. It's just those innings where they allow 3 or 4. Called strike. Runner goes. It's now ducks on the pond. Third and second. What can Ethan Steamer do here? Ball outside. 1-1 count. Golden opportunity here if you're Utica. 2-1 count. Seamer prepared. Sewell almost had an opportunity to go. Just preparing in the instance that it happens. You're trained as a pitcher to get that beautifully. Even if there wasn't any danger, you still went to prepare. So here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be over to Wilberg. And a quick error. That's unfortunate. Not able to come up with the play. Hit in between second and first. Wilberg tries to make the play. You still see Ethan also going over to try and make that one over at the pitcher's mound. It's a difficult play to make nonetheless. It's an 8-1 ball game. Got 6 coming up. He's a righty hitter, lefty pitcher. Still nonetheless pitcher versus pitcher battle here. Always thrive for those opportunities. Swung on. Shortstop, it goes in between into left field. A 9-1 ball game now. Heartbreaking for Stoughton. When you 4-1 and it goes, you doubled the lead if you're Utica. Heartbreak on the other side here for the Utica. For the Utica A's is a great opportunity. Heartbreaking over for the Merchants, though. Just some really good hits being hit from Utica as well, too, though. Nonetheless, first pitch called strike. Jason Hugan over here again. Haugen, I think is how it's pronounced more likely than not. It's tough to do with Czech and Polish last names, and even though I'm German, still struggling a little bit with the 1-1 count now. Still a big opportunity here for Utica to score more. Still really good to make those plays. Like Johnson been pretty consistent on stopping that ball from going further than what it really could be. But there still is a runner on second. You see Seamer looking back Just prepare, make sure they don't have too healthy of a lead. On. Going to be a 2-2 count now. 2 outs. They just need 1. Can Seymour help the team out to help the Merchants battle back here in these last 2 innings? Swung on, going to shortstop, right to him. Good contact pitch as well, too. So we get to the end of the 5th. Not the greatest of innings for the Merchants. 5 earned or allowed runs. Don't know how many of them you can really call coming on over. Still a great opportunity for the Merchants to battle back. If we know anything about this team, they're known to battle back. They're known to get a great opportunity to score more runs. And we have seen them battle back after rough innings as well, too, to try and soften the blow. Can't really call him lefty 6 anymore. Seen him bat with his right hand. He's just 6. As a lefty, I feel duped. Sure, there'll be a couple fans that rewatch the game, see what went good, what went bad. For coming out as well, too, supporting local baseball, Home Talent League. Hopefully you're helping out Utica a little bit, too, getting some concessions, some snacks. Beer license, always nice. Seen a couple waters, Miller Lights. For giving me a water as well, too, a nice seat as well. Very great. We're going to get started here. Top of the 6th inning. It's going to be number 18, Jason Brewer. What is he going to be able to do to help what feels like insurmountable comeback, but has been done by this Merchants team? Looper pitch. Going to be outside, called ball 1. Slow speed. Confusing when those opportunities, because you're expecting high speed, and that slow speed coming on in. He popped up with this high speed. That was what he was expecting. Pop up made by the second baseman. Going to be the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Not the greatest way to start the comeback. What can Coach Tyler Wilberg do here to help out? Regardless of what happens, still want to give an absolutely amazing shout out to the actual Merchants team. Regardless of result, giving us a really good season to watch some fun local baseball as well, too, to support Stoughton. Called strike as well, too. We got ourselves an 0-2 count. Swung on. It looks like it's going to be in between third and short. It's going to go. And an error. Well, I don't know why that was thrown nonetheless. It's still going to not be any situation where they have to worry about too much. I don't know why they threw that ball nonetheless. But nonetheless, it'll be Alex Johnson to bat. I don't understand why you need to make that throw. I mean, the guy's already going to be safe at first. Just throw it back to the pitcher. You don't really need to run that risk of now getting somebody in scoring position. You're not going to get the out. But if you're a Merchants fan, you hope for that. Fortunately, it wasn't enough for it to be going to run to second. But Johnson watches the first pitch go by. Almost swings here at that second pitch. It's going to be called a 2-0 count, though. Can this be the spark that they need to get back into this game? Swung on, 2-1 count. Looked like it would have been a really good hit as well, too. They're definitely swinging with power here now, trying to get some people on base. Here's the pitch. 3-1 count, ball low inside. What can the Merchants do here to get a good comeback? 2-2 count. It was definitely a low outside strike, but very close. Here's Johnson. Fighting back, foul ball. Chipping away, trying to still get that run that these Merchants need for sure. What can 6 do here for Utica? Ooh, a very difficult situation. Ball 4 nonetheless. I had my counts wrong. I thought it was 3-2 in that moment when he threw that, but ball 4 walk. Great position, though, nonetheless. Ed Jelinski coming up. Runner in scoring position, still 2 runners on, 1 out. Time to chip away. Loses his balance. The swing there as well. With the 0-1 count. He's trying to really help his team get over there. Strike 2, swung on the outside. It was definitely a ball. He's getting an antsy feeling because he knows that he can help his team. He has the capabilities. He's very talented. And he can do that right there in between left center field. He's going to get a run in. RBI single makes it a 9-2 ball game. As Wilberg's going to come in and score. Maybe that's the momentum they needed to get back into this game. One thing about this Merchants team, you will not see them with their heads down and quitting. The entire dugout cheering this team on, helping them out as we got ourselves a little bit of a pinch runner situation. Looks like Brewer's going to come on as a pinch runner for Johnson. Get his catcher's gear back on just to play it safe. Still going to have Carson Hansen coming on here too. Capable of doing this as well too. What can 6 do here to help out Utica, though? They want to keep that lead. Swung on. That's a perfect ball to swing at. Just ticks it with the bottom. Just hits the top of the ball. But you can definitely tell he has the contact and swing to really make a good play in that left center. I don't know if outfield has moved. They have not. It's still a very exposed left center field. Called strike 2, though. Beautiful inside pitch from 6. But left center's still pretty wide open. I feel like that's a good gap to hit if you're the Merchants to get more runs scored. Ball outside. Catcher makes a great play to still keep on that ball. To not allow runners to advance as well, too. You still want to win this game if you're Utica. It's the last game of the season. You definitely want to get yourself in a position where you get a W at the end of the season. And hit by the pitch. We now have the bases loaded. A little bit of excitement coming around from this. And we're going to be seeing Ethan Peterson coming up with bases loaded. 1 out in the top of the 6th, 9-2 ball game. A little bit of a catcher's break, talking to 6, making sure all is well. What can Ethan Peterson do here as well, too? The bases are loaded. This is a prime opportunity to come back into this game and tack away. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Definitely inside corner. It's okay to not have to swing on the first pitch as well, too. That's a very difficult one to get a good play on. Here's the pitch. Ball high. 1-1 count now. Here we go. Back again. Ball low. 2-1 count here. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Definitely a very close one, too, but a great eye from Peterson to not go for it. Felt like if he swung that, could have had a real potential for a pop out there. The 3-1 pitch. Can they walk in? Right down the pipe. It's a 3-2 count with 1 out. What a big opportunity for Peterson here to make a play. Can he? Oh, caught swinging at the end there. Didn't fully commit. Knew it was a ball, but a frustrating situation nonetheless. You could see it coming from Peterson as well, too, that frustration. But there's still 2 outs. Pitcher Seamer, what can he do to help himself potentially get this win? Ball outside, right call from the umpire. The 1-0 count. Swung in between. Second baseman makes a great play, unfortunately, to make it 3 runners left on base. Still tacked back the 1 run scored. Makes it a 9-2 game heading into this middle of the 6th inning.